Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick. Ooh, hello, Kick. Holy crap, I just happened to glance up. Shit. We're doing a cryptocurrency stream, and yeah, I see that right. I just happened to glance up at the Gwei fee. It's 2.6. So if you're looking to transact on the what does Hendrik call on the Ethereum chain? On the Ethereum chain, right now is a good time to do it. That's not what we're here for though, but I just happened to notice that. I haven't seen it that low in a long time. 2.6. Mobile, World Mobile. This is a request to do this stream. We used to do cryptocurrency streams every Wednesday. I know it's Monday now, and we're not on DLive, but I am in the cryptocurrency category on Kick, crypto and trading, and it's the first time for me here. So maybe we'll do these. I don't want to put it out there and make it a thing, but maybe it'll be a thing if I put it out there, and we'll do these every Monday. I don't know. But World Mobile Coin certainly looks interesting just from a cursory glance at their website. It says here, we're building a decentralized blockchain-powered mobile network that'll disrupt the telecom industry and activate a global sharing economy. So from not even knowing anything about this, I'm going to assume that they've got some kind of combination of hardware and software, and it's all on the blockchain. And there's going to be I know there's a token because I think it was NetTV that asked me to do this, or was it someone else? I can't recall who asked me to do this stream, but I know that there's a token. And so I'm assuming you can either be like a node. So the idea of creating a global mobile network is what I'm understanding. Kind of like a Starlink, but for cell phones. And so there's people that are going to need the hardware to do the physical node operating. And then there's going to be people that don't want to do that. And they just want to cash in on it by, I guess, staking the token into the system. But we're going to learn about it. And as we used to do when we used to do these cryptocurrency streams, I usually take a cursory look through their website, try to read as much as we can. Then we'll go and take 3 separate videos from YouTube where people are talking about this and discussing it. We'll also bring up the token on CoinMarketCap and just see what's going on with it. But I'm all about learning about new things in the crypto world. And if we can learn and learn together, that's always the benefit. I don't pretend to be an expert. I don't have any knowledge that you might not have. I'm just here to learn on the fly and sort of suck it all in and then spit it back out and see if it's worth going down any further, like investing in is what I'm saying. As obviously, do I look like a financial advisor? Of course I do not. So don't take any of this stuff as financial advice. Just take this as we're all learning together. So what I want to do, I want to go and get a coffee because typically these crypto streams are quite intense, and I like to get my mind tripping and focusing and get it all together. So I'm going to go and grab that coffee and a cookie. And when I come back, we'll move right on in to this thing here, World Mobile. Looks interesting, doesn't it? World Mobile, a global challenge. It's time to roll out a better mobile network. Yeah, I'm keen to learn all about this thing. I'm keen to learn, and I'm keen to see how we can be a part of it. If you are, stick around. I'll be right back. By the way, Kick. We're on Kick. If you're watching this and you're on Facebook or Twitter or DLive, heaven forbid, wherever you might be, this is a Kick stream. So if you're going to snap me across the head and say, you don't know what you're talking about, dude, you've got to be doing it in the Kick chat because I'm not seeing it otherwise. So come on down. I'm going to go and get this coffee. I'll be right back. Didn't we have a little, hey, Redox, hello there, Gibbs. How you doing, man? Was it you that asked me to do this? I think it might have been you that asked me to do this stream. Remember we used to have a little slogan here, or a catchphrase? The catchphrase was, if you're considering, or if you're confused, or even if you're just curious about crypto, maybe you might learn something with me at the same time I do here on the stream. It was you. Okay, thank you, man. Thank you, Redox. Yeah, here we go. WorldCoin, World Mobile, WMT, World Mobile Token. I guess that's what it's called. I can't recall from yesterday's little cursory glance. But appreciate you asking me to do this, man, because, yeah, I like learning as well. Yeah. Also, I eat on stream now. I never used to before. I used to hate seeing streamers do that. And then I just thought, I don't care. I'm going to have a cookie. What? Your stream, your rules. I do what I want. World Mobile Token. Hold on a second. Redox, do Aussies celebrate Victoria Day as well? Victoria Day. Hey Siri, what's Victoria Day?
Victoria Day is a federal Canadian public holiday observed on the last Monday preceding May 25th to honour Queen Victoria, who is known as the Mother of Confederation.
Right.
That's from Wikipedia. Shall I continue?
No, that's good. We don't celebrate it here. But we are a British colony like Canada. I didn't even know you. Did I know you were Canadian? I don't think I knew that. I thought yeah, we are a British colony. Yeah, that's why I was saying it's a bit strange. We got so many flaming holidays down under, we don't need any more. Although, hey, if you want to have another holiday, I guess have it. But let's move on. I mean, happy Victoria Day for you, dude. God bless the Queen, right? Oh God, no, the King now. You can't. No, God save the Queen. You can't say that anymore, can you? They say God save the King. All right, let's move on. World Mobile. Let's read about this. This is the website. Shall we zoom this sucker in so we can get it? Oh, my chat just zoomed in. I'm on the wrong browser. I need to be on the Firefox browser. Okay, here we go. Together, let's connect the world. And there is a slew of people there on their devices, having a jolly old time. So we're building a decentralized blockchain-powered mobile network that will disrupt the telecom industry and activate a global sharing economy. And you can join, or you can view the case study. Let's learn about this before we do anything like that. Let's not get carried away here. A global opportunity, a global challenge. I like their catchphrases. 3 billion. Globally, there are nearly 3 billion people unconnected. Okay, boomer. Is that all the elderly people? Is that what they're saying? Or do they mean that there's still people that don't have access to mobile networks? 40%. In developing countries, around 40% of the population do not have access to mobile internet. 40%? That's pretty high, isn't it? It's almost half. 150 mil, even in developed markets, around 150 million people are still left unconnected. Well, how come? They're unconnected because traditional mobile networks do not invest in hard-to-reach places. So let me just stop for a second and say, if they're talking about mobile networks, aren't we already past that now? Isn't everything internet? Like, do we still need 4G and heaven forbid, 3G, 5G? Do we still need it? I mean, people just use their phones, right? Wi-Fi. And Starlink is so prevalent everywhere. Do we really need cell networks, the old school, data? Do we need that? We've got internet, right? Now, don't be confused. I know that the internet can be delivered across the mobile network as well. And for a lot of people, or me, before I got fiber here, that's how I was streaming. I was using the internet through the 4G service. But now we've got to this point where, or if we're not there now, we're there pretty soon. In the next 5 to 10 years, I feel like mobile networks will be gone, right? This might be a little too late, this just might be late. What's the saying? A little too soon, a little not hard enough. What? This has come. My take on this is it's already past its use by date. Redox, Elon Musk tweeted today about this topic, hinting at Starlink X World Mobile collab. Ah. Okay. So what, he doesn't want to just do it instead? He just wants to collab with them? Redox, if you're in a third world country, you don't have the infrastructure or access to the internet, they're building the infrastructure. But that seems like they're building it specific for mobile. For mobile networks, cellular, right? I think we need to get our terms worked out here. Are we talking about mobile internet, or are we talking about the idea of having a mobile phone, a cell phone, a handy, without internet? But that's what all phones have the internet. Even if you have a dummy phone that hasn't got a SIM in it, you can still get on the internet when you go anywhere that's got Wi-Fi, open networks. McDonald's, for instance, KFC. You go to any hotel lobby, even a kid with like their first school phone that hasn't got a SIM card can still access the internet when they go anywhere where there's an open Wi-Fi or a shared network. So I'm just saying, are they talking about trying to just do the cellular, or are they talking about mobile internet? I think they're talking about mobile internet. We'll learn though. Keep reading. Okay, cool. It's time to roll out a better mobile network. See, that there says cellular network. That doesn't say internet to me. World Mobile believes that access to the internet... Okay, I'm wrong. World Mobile believes that access to the internet is a right, just like food, water, and electricity. Our mission... By the way, it's cold here. I might have to hoodie up. It's cold. Can I do that? Can I hoodie up? It's cold. I am cold. Right time of the year to get a haircut. That was a real smart move, wasn't it? It's freezing. Our mission is to deliver universal, affordable, high-quality connectivity to underconnected communities across the globe, across the world. We do this through our decentralized hybrid dynamic network. We do this through our decentralized. They've taken ownership over a decentralized network. Isn't that an oxymoron? We do this through our decentralized. It's centralized if someone's talking about it, right? Like that. Well, I might be picking at straws there, but hybrid dynamic network enabling cost-efficient connectivity, which is up to 12 times more affordable than legacy mobile networks, meaning we can deliver connectivity where they cannot. So how do they get around the towers and shit? It's 12 times more affordable per kilometer of coverage. Hybrid dynamic network tech dollars cost per kilometer. Smaller is better. Traditional telcos, that's a graph that just says that's bigger and worse, and this is better and smaller. We're building a connected world. Zanzibar! And then I'm gonna ball you completely. And then I'm gonna screw you discreetly. The Zanzibar? How come that's on hover? We connected over 20,000 customers in Zanzibar and Pakistan, USA, UK. So they're all over the shop. Okay, total air nodes. Not that many. 1,597. Network uptime. So about 2 years. Unique users, 24 over 24-hour period. 84,000. That's pretty big over 24 hours. Data consumption in 24 hours, 10 terabytes. Shit. Now, what are the speeds like? That's going to be important. Earn, connect, earn. Connect your local community and earn rewards. Oh, interesting. World Mobile's blockchain-based sharing economy underpins its unique connectivity solution, where decentralized network infrastructure is owned and operated by the people. Okay. This ensures that everyone benefits from a mobile network that is both more efficient and more affordable. Okay. So that's literally what it looks like. So it is that's a 5G antenna there, right? Become an air node operator. We'll look at that later. How to join the movement. To connect your community, and you can earn passive income by becoming an air node operator. Roam for less. Stay connected wherever you go with the World Mobile eSIM. Now that's big, right? A global eSIM. Now why has that not existed already? Were you telling me that when I go to New Zealand, I've got to pop this freaking SIM card out and pop in a New Zealand one? And let me tell you this, they operate all on the same frequencies. It's just because you've gone through a border that you got to do that. It's crazy. Now, this is good. A globally connected mobile eSIM. And there's not even a physical SIM at that point. That's rad. Scan for points. Earn rewards by identifying connectivity weak spots using the... Oh, okay. Okay. So incentivized. So there's some tokenomics here. Power the network. Earn World Mobile token by securing the network and processing transactions. So you're validating there on chain. Get the app. Manage data bundles and Web3 assets and more with the World Mobile app. Okay. Okay, so at a cursory glance, that is what it is. What's this Learn tab? Our manifesto. So they're just talking about bringing everybody together. It all looks quite lovely, doesn't it? Everybody deserves mobile internet. Okay. Okay. Case study. World Mobile Smart Village. A remote village in Africa. Okay. So what they're showing there is they've got thatched roofs, but they've also got satellite and solar panels. Tanzanian village left offline. The bustling fishing village in Tanzania is home to around 200 people. It's only accessible via dirt roads, so now they have connectivity. Okay. Okay, I mean, it's a pretty epic attempt, right? This is directly in competition with Starlink, I'd imagine, though. So how are they doing it? Is it low Earth orbit satellites? Is this just another Starlink? Because if you're telling me that a remote fishing village in Tanzania only accessible via dirt roads, it's got to be satellite, right? Starlink needs World Mobile. Check out their YouTube. Right. Starlink needs it, or World Mobile needs Starlink? They use air node balloons. Holy shit, they do? Okay. Okay. So they're not low Earth orbit, they're actually just balloons hovering above the ground. They got a blog site here. Blog. Who does blogs anymore? Okay. There's a fair few stories there to read if you were so inclined. So, become an air node operator, become an earth node operator. Let's learn about... They didn't really explain what that was, unless I jumped over it. Become an air node operator or host to power the decentralized World Mobile network. Okay. Feature is mobile. Dead zones, digital deserts. World Mobile provides the solution. Join the movement. You can earn $200 a month. Get started. host, own your, or have access to a rooftop in the US. Operated, not based in Reno. Anyone from our global community can get involved by purchasing an air node. Okay, so there's two sorts of hardware. There's a rooftop hardware, then there's the air node balloon. So you don't physically receive it, but you just buy it. It's like you're sponsoring connectivity. If I understand correctly. How it works, you find a host, you explore hosts with available locations using the interactive map. Connect with a host. Connect a host to your preferred location to set up an agreement. Purchase and deploy. Purchase your air node and deploy through your chosen host. Experts will guide you through the install process. Okay, so you do have to install some physical hardware. I'd suggest the WMT YouTube channel to better explain. Yeah. We'll definitely get there, dude. We'll definitely get there. But here are some costings. Portal 180, it's $9 grand, $9.5 grand. Portal 360, 18 grand. The Titan is 100 grand. Excuse me, but who's buying these? Who's buying all this? I mean, I don't have that much money to join in to then earn $200 a day. I guess we'll have to learn about that, but Airnode sales batch 1 sold out. That's a ticker scrolling across there. What are the requirements to become an Airnode operator? No tech expertise is required. You need to have the financial ability to pay for the package. You'll also need to match and come to an agreement with an Airnode host. Are there a limit of how many Airnodes? No, there is no limit. Okay, I mean, I gotta tell you, the concept behind this is interesting. It's certainly intriguing. Let's dive deeper by learning about it from some various YouTube channels that I've discovered. The first one being right from the horse's mouth, World Mobile YouTube channel.
Okay, so it rolls like this. There are way over 3 billion people on this planet who are unconnected. So we designed a network that is cheaper and can go further than existing networks, and we're rolling out in Tanzania. Here's a stick man with an Airnode. That's one of the elements that makes up our network. A user can easily connect to an Airnode by downloading the app for free and creating an account. When the user creates an account, they're also creating a self-governed digital ID on a Tala Prism, which is baked right into the core of our tech. To make calls,
what's a Tala Prism?
Self-governed digital ID on a Tala Prism.
The fuck is a Tala Prism? A Tala Prism? What is that? Is that the chain? What blockchain is it on? A Tala Prism. What is a Tala Prism? AtalaPrism.io. It's a self-sovereign identity. Atala Prism. What the hell is this? Atala Prism is a self-sovereign identity, SSI platform and service suite for verifiable data and digital identity. Built on Cardano. Okay, so it's on Cardano. It offers core infrastructure for issuing digital decentralized identifiers, DIDs, and verifiable credentials. Okay, so you got to have a Atala Prism account, I guess. Okay, we're learning.
Which is baked right into the core of our tech. To make calls, send messages, browse the internet, stream content, or use value-added services such as banking or other financial apps, users must be online. To be online, users purchase credits at a local store using local money. The user's first action, now they have balance, is to make a phone call to one of their friends. To do this, the user connects to an Airnode, opens the application, dials their friend's telephone number, and waits. Within milliseconds, the Airnode checks the balance of the user by querying the distributed ledger running on the Earth nodes. The request confirms from multiple sources of truth using the Earth node's chain that the user has credits and allows the call to be placed. Now both friends are talking. Whilst the friends talk and consume data, the Airnode owner is able to open up the Airnode app and see how many rewards they have earned from all users on their network. Airnode owners are only able to see non-personal information because the World Mobile chain is secure and private. We also mentioned Earth nodes earlier. Earth nodes provide authentication, identity, blockchain, internode communication, telecommunication services, and much more. They're the brain of the network, the core. Similar to air node operators, Earth node operators can log into their Earth node app to see the rewards that they have earned. Now let's get back to our users on the phone. They're just about to hang up. Okay, they've just hung up. The call ends. The metadata of the call is wrapped and encrypted and then sent to an Earth node. Once the Earth node has the package, it extracts some hash value to serve as a reference for the transactions and financial information and sends it to the blockchain. And that is just one example of how blockchain and our ecosystem work.
Wow. Okay, that was a lot quicker than I thought. I thought that would have been a little bit more detailed. So it seems like there's a lot of focus on rewarding people. Just run along with me in this thought process. That little 2-minute video was heavily focused on the air nodes receiving rewards, the ground node guy receiving their rewards. Everybody's getting rewarded. And the problem they're solving is having a guy make a phone call to a friend. I'm just trying to be a bit skeptical here. I don't know, like, if you sign up and buy one of these air nodes and suddenly you're $9,000 in debt, or $100,000 at the extremity, but the $9,000 one would probably be the one that you'd probably buy, then you're only going to earn money when people connect to your node. So it's incentivizing people to create nodes in their own little area and then go and get people to use them. Is that right? Is that understood? Is that the nuts and bolts of the transaction? You become a host, if you like, a host of a node, whether the air or the land one, and then you got to hope people start using it, because that's how you earn rewards, and that's how the network grows. But if the numbers were correct at the beginning, 40% of the world is not connected, and their case study was in Tanzania. So just factor this in, that the bulk of people the bulk of the population is not in these remote locations such as Tanzania or that little fishing. Was that the Tanzanian fishing village? Yeah, I think it was. So the bulk of people that have the $9,000 to buy a node would be those that are in already areas where you've already got a cell phone. I'm just saying it's 2 years in, right? It's 2 years in. I feel like I might be missing something, but I feel like it's not really answering a huge. It's not really solving a huge problem. Redox, WMT World Mobile Token is expanding to many other blockchains in the next few months. That's why it's so exciting right now. Oh, so they're not just going to be stuck on Cardano. Okay. In Canada, we have a monopoly with 2 companies running telecom, Rogers and Bell. In Australia, same. We have Optus and Telstra, but it's much the same. This is a much cheaper and efficient solution to underconnected areas. Now, is it though? Is it a cheaper solution if someone has to buy the node first? So somebody has to cough up the cash to get the node in place. Who's doing that? Here's a video from a channel called Late Game Crypto with Josh Noriga. Everything you need to know about World Mobile's market. And he looks upset that he's missed out, so there's FOMO here.
Do you want to know why World Mobile Token has remained so securely at the top of Cardano native tokens for the past couple of years? In this video, I'm going to break down for you exactly why and the reasons why that isn't likely to change anytime soon. Let's talk about it. Welcome, Late Game Crypto. My name is Josh and I'm here to help you find digital liberty in the complex world of crypto. Remember that anything you hear in any of my videos is not to be taken as financial advice. Do your own research and own your own decisions. World Mobile is a crowd favorite in the Cardano ecosystem with a die-hard community that is unlike anything that I've ever seen before. I just got back from Rare Evo a few months ago.
Whoa. Have you ever seen the Hex community? Just saying.
And the World Mobile community easily had the strongest presence there. They were meeting up at in-person events multiple times throughout the weekend. They were all constantly wearing World Mobile merch throughout the whole event. I was already pretty bullish on WMT before, but the strength of this presence got me thinking, what exactly is it that I am missing here? And I think I figured it out. Real quick, just for comparison's sake, let's take a look at a market analysis of some of the other projects that I'm also bullish on in this ecosystem. Now that we know that Charlie 3 is intending to expand beyond just the blockchain space based on the interview that we saw a few weeks ago over on DApp Central, we can
Is he referring to Charles Hoskinson, but he calls him Charlie 3? I've never heard that before.
confidently give Charlie 3 access to the $13 billion Oracle market. If we shift gears here and look at the Web3 gaming space, in the 21st century, there's been no modern games that have had revenue sales that have reached $2 billion.
Okay. Cut to the actual.
There are a few barriers to entry when it comes to the telecoms industry, but I think the most significant one contributing to the fact that this market is not more saturated than it is work. There are a lot of different businesses that you can just decide to spin up and start operating pretty right away, but the telecoms industry is not one of them, in part because it requires infrastructure. This is where I think World Mobile secures two incredible advantages that will allow them to break out into this industry, both for regions of the world that haven't been touched yet by the major players and in areas that already have established infrastructure. The first advantage is cost. In the US, it costs an average of $250,000 to build one cell tower. Even in Africa, it costs average $90,000 to create a cell tower. And it can only get as low as $35,000 as an absolute minimum to build a cell tower anywhere.
Okay, so I guess where he's going to go with this is that the World Mobile infrastructure is being put on people's properties. So they don't have to establish location. They can use existing rooftops, and therefore there isn't a site fee, so to speak. Like it's not a dedicated tower in a dedicated zone where there are towers and whatnot. It's actually already on someone's house. So that's why it's cheaper. And then if you can get, in a square kilometer, if you can get, 30 people to sign up and put a node up, then you've got way better coverage than if you just had one cell tower servicing that whole area. Do you know what I mean? And cheaper. So all they're doing differently is instead of having, what was the companies in Canada, Bell and Rogers or something? Instead of having Rogers and Bell own those towers and pay those bills and then on charge to customers and recoup that cost, instead of doing that, WMT, World Mobile Token, or the setup is saying, you guys can cough up the money for the nodes, and then you can also earn some of the profit. It begs the question then, why can't Rogers and Bell just do this as well? They've already got the towers and stuff set up. Why couldn't they just tokenize and blockchain, put it all on a ledger themselves? Like, why does it have to be? Well, I guess what I'm asking is, why does it have to start again? Why does there need to be a new network when in a lot of these places the network already exists? That's how I'm looking at it. Just at a cursory glance, that's how I'm looking at it.
where in Asia that's a little bit less developed. When you understand how expensive...
Okay, Redox, sorry, I didn't see that comment. He said that's the Earth node component, but air node is what really distinguishes it. Yeah, you probably got something there. Yeah, the air node. Yeah, right. A balloon floating around. That's interesting.
Actually is to develop telecoms infrastructure.
I mean, I got to see what that's all about, because in certain parts of Australia, and I'm sure it's the same in Canada with the Commonwealth being Commonwealth, you can't fly a drone somewhere, right? You can't fly a drone over a person's house, but you can put up a balloon with a telecommunications network on it. I don't know about that, dude. Like, I mean, you can't even fly a drone over a beach anymore. It's weird.
It makes a lot of sense why major companies haven't been able to break out into regions like Nigeria, where 1 gigabyte of data costs 88 cents on it.
Now, also, just these places that they're pulling up, like Nigeria and Tanzania and different various parts in Africa and whatnot, is it wrong? There's a moral question to ask too. Is it wrong to earn off their back like that? Like, isn't there some kind of, if they're a third world country and yet some dude in Cupertino is cashing in because they're using a mobile network that he hosts and he's earning on the Cardano blockchain because they're calling their friends, isn't there some kind of moral position you got to take there? Because the other thing is, you could just invest in the token and not worry about the hardware and infrastructure and look at it purely from, well, hey, I just want to buy this token and hold it. Then you got to ask yourself, the value of the value proposition of this token increasing its worth is based upon old mate in the fishing village in Tanzania making phone calls. It just seems a little bit like it doesn't seem morally that great, to be honest. I think it's more wrong how Africa is still colonized by European powers like France. Well, this is, if you want to go down that avenue, this is worse, right? Because now it's like, that's what they say, a decentralized blockchain, but it's run by World Mobile. So I can see like the both sides to this, or both angles.
Average. World Mobile is not held back by the same limitations of cost, which means that they can access parts of the world that were previously inaccessible, maintain profitability as a business, and still be able to offer affordable services.
Can you have a business that's decentralized like that? Like maintain a profit margin as a business, yet it's decentralized?
To everybody around the world. This is where the second advantage comes into play, because not only does a World Mobile Air node only cost $1,000.
Whoa. It does not cost that, dude. World Mobile Air nodes. The cheapest one is $9,000. The dearest one is $100,000. What's he talking about, $1,000? Get him out of here. Hey, Dalsky, what a freaking do. How you going, man? We're doing a cryptocurrency stream here, man.
But that cost is not paid for by World Mobile themselves. It's paid for by people in the community that want partial ownership of this network. Unlike traditional business models, World Mobile has the advantage of building in the Web3 space, which enables the community to be able to obtain a vested interest in advocating for this service. What modern markets are currently discovering right now is that community-driven public awareness campaigns are far more effective and powerful than centralized marketing efforts. This is precisely why influencer marketing has become a $21 billion a year market, because people connect better with people rather than mass market campaigns like ads and commercials and stuff. It's funny, I say that because that's what the research says. And it even said that the companies, they like to partner with smaller influencers, but I've seen very little of that revenue for myself. So my only indication of whether or not people are responding to this type of content is if you hit the like button down below.
Wow, what a segue, dude. Holy shit. I was going to say, this guy seems like he's pretty smart. He's onto it. But that was just a piece to get you to like and share. Get the fuck out. Look. So yeah, my stance on this is it seems like we have Starlink, we have low Earth orbit satellites. It's pretty much global at this point. There isn't a great deal of terrain that a Starlink cannot access. So giving it to the people and saying, if you want to buy a node, then you can earn whenever someone uses it. I'm still trying to process that. I'm still trying to grab my head around that. I want to learn about these. These balloons. I don't know if this is a video that's going to include that, but here's the third video I found from CoinDesk. World Mobile Group's Mickey Watkins plan to provide internet access for all.
Hi, Mickey. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Enjoying the sun of Dubai.
It's very nice for this time of the year.
It's lovely. So tell me about World Mobile Group. What is it in a nutshell?
World Mobile, okay, there's a big problem in the world. 2.7 billion people don't have internet. World Mobile is a new economic model to distribute infrastructure, currently where there isn't any.
Okay, and how does it work?
We have a sharing economy. A sharing economy where people run the network for the people. Mm-hmm. They put up infrastructure at their houses, wherever that may be. And as people pass past that infrastructure, whether it's a World Mobile subscriber or another customer from a mobile network operator, that customer attaches, and the people who are running that infrastructure get paid.
So yeah, so again, I'll say this again. Within the first 30 seconds of this presentation, he's mentioned that if you do this, you get paid. It just seems like it's angled towards get in, because you're going to get paid. You know, that's my skepticism here. By the way, Redox, have you seen any of this in Canada? Have you seen any hardware anywhere, any infrastructure, any nodes at all, any ground nodes? I've never seen one. I don't know what their reach out here in Australia is, but I've never seen one. But yeah, it must be stated that the first part of this pitch is that you can get paid by doing it. So just be aware of that. When anybody promises you to be paid, what are you got to do to get paid? You got to spend a minimum of $9,000 to buy a node. They haven't been deployed to Canada. They're in the US though. Okay.
So anybody can put this in their house?
Anybody for the first time could be a mobile network operator.
Because hold on a second. What was the... Dude, we've seen this before. You, me, and everybody that's been on my crypto streams have seen this before. There was what was the name of that network? Dude, I've got the Google machine right here. Let's find it. What was the name of that decentralized blockchain internet network? And we looked into Helium. That's it. Radox, Helium. That's the one. Helium. Yeah, we looked into that. I can just search Helium then. Is that still going? Helium network. We looked into this. Look, I mean, this is going to read virtually the same as what we're reading about the world token, right? Dalesky, these networks seldom last long. The business model just doesn't work out. Here we go. People-powered networks. Helium is on Solana. Well, there's your problem. Really? The network that fucking fails repeatedly? You want to put it on that? That's not a good start. The Helium network represents a paradigm shift for decentralized wireless infrastructure. There's that many hotspots, which is their version of the Air node. So you can buy the nodes, put them on your roof, make the network, earn money. Exactly the same. WMT is very different. Is it though, dude? Is it? How different can it be? It's got, to be fair and to be frank, how different can it be? It needs hardware it needs a blockchain, it needs users. Those three things are identical from Helium to World Mining Token or World Mobile Token. It needs infrastructure, the hardware, it needs a blockchain, and it needs users. Same to me. Only earn if many use your node. And that's what I'm saying, Dale. The only way you earn money is if you buy the node, install it, and then get people to come and use it. And that's what I'm saying. In all the, well, not all, but the majority of the videos that we've seen for WMT, that's the first thing that they say. You can get paid when people use your network. So it's very core to making this thing work is to get the people. So you have to get the people to come and use it. And then the other thing that's ringing alarm bells for me is they're talking about it being decentralized, yet they've got their own business. It's literally a for-profit business, but it's decentralized. There's going to be a CEO at that point, right? There's going to be an owner of the WMT. But yeah, I'm just saying we've heard of it before, and as I was reading about WMT, I thought, hang on, what is this? Just a rebrand of something that we've already seen? And yeah, it's this Helium thing. So let's just keep our minds open when we learn about this.
What are the components? Like, can you walk me through the different hardware or any sort of physical infrastructure?
So we have a ground network, and we use off-the-shelf radios. We don't not looking to reinvent the wheel at all. These radios can be very small mini cells, macro cells, or even bigger units, just like mobile network operators use. But the real wow factor,
Yeah. So what he just said then,
or even bigger.
So
At all. These radios can be very small mini cells, macro cells, or even bigger units.
So what he's talking about there, or what he's referencing, is this cell here. The Portal 180 looks like you could put that on your rooftop. That's $9,500. The slightly bigger, the Portal 360. I mean, 180 would be sort of line of sight for a 180 degrees field of vision or field of direction, and then the 360 would be everywhere around. That's $18,000. And the Titan is $100,000. I'll accept those cookies as well. Dalsky, most of those who lack internet are poor and remote, so the market is limited for users. We saw, okay, so we didn't see the cost for the use, but we did see how easy it is to use, but there was no costing involved. But just to be super clear about what the hardware cost is.
It's just like mobile network operators use. But the real wow factor of World Mobile is our aerial network.
Right.
A network in the sky. Balloons tethered to the ground, floating at 300 meters to 1,000 meters.
Balloons tethered to the ground, floating at 1,000 to 3,000 meters? Is that what he said?
Balloons tethered to the ground, floating at 300 meters to 1,000 meters.
300 meters to 100 to 1,000 meters. So a kilometer up. Balloons. I'm not sold on this. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Balloons tethered to the ground, floating at 300 meters to 1,000 meters. There's a payload that goes on the bottom of that balloon. The balloon is filled with helium. Looks very nice and very, very impressive. But better than being impressive, it provides huge amounts of coverage. So
Okay, where can we see? I got to see a balloon. The balloons don't fare well over time, extreme weather and such. Yeah, I mean, there's also kids with blow darts and shit, right? I'm being silly, but a balloon tethered to the ground? Balloon to me is a temporary measure. A balloon, you have it at a fair, and then after a few days, it deflates and disappears, right?
very impressive. But better than being impressive, it provides huge amounts of coverage. So World Mobile fixes two problems. One, which is what we call the Swiss cheese, and you probably know about the Swiss cheese. As you pass through an area, you sometimes...
They can cover an area the size of France with a few balloons. Well, that's impressive. That is impressive. That is impressive. Okay, fair enough.
tell your friends or your family or your colleagues or on a Zoom call, hold on 1 second, I'm going through a bad area. And then you pick up the phone 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 30 seconds afterwards, and you're reconnected. So that's what the ground network does. It solves that problem. The aerial network solves the problem of rural connectivity, not just in Africa, where we started off, where we were born, but also in America, of which 30% of the landmass is unconnected. So working together, you actually fix a problem that exists that nobody's been able to fix yet.
Well, whoa. Starlink has fixed that problem, dude. I feel like what this is a poor man's Starlink in a sense. Starlink has already done this in rural areas because they're using low Earth orbit satellites. Whereas these are using low Earth tethered balloons. They can. I won't be investing past. Yeah. I mean, we'll look into the token momentarily, and we'll decide, or we won't decide, but we can sort of dissect it and sort of see, is it worth buying and hodling the token? Redox, if Starlink has already done this, why are there 3 billion still unconnected? Do you know, I was going to question that number actually. That's good. I'm glad you brought that up, because I remember when we first hit this website, the number of unconnected. So it says here 150 million, even in developed markets, around 150 million people are still left unconnected. 150 million, yet this guy, and yourself, Redox, have said it just now in the chat, but this guy on this has said 3 billion. So what's the number? Is it 150 million or is it 3 billion? You've got two different numbers there, and they're very, very, very far apart. Hey, Drumzilla, how you doing, man? Yo, what does Starlink actually do? My brother can't get internet. Well, not good internet. Well, Drumzilla, Starlink is the answer for your brother. Starlink is just satellite internet, and it's damn good. 150 million is in developed areas, but wait. Sorry. You're right. My bad. I see the 3 billion here. Sorry. Okay. So globally, there are nearly 3 billion people unconnected. Okay, sorry, that's staring me in the face. I didn't see it. I just remember that 150 million there. Yeah. Okay, so in developed areas, so they're focusing on the underdeveloped, and there's 3 billion people unconnected. Okay.
Why balloons?
Not only are they super cool, you can think of them as a very high tower, inexpensive. One balloon replaces between 12 to 18 traditional mobile network towers. One balloon only needs maintenance from one site. One balloon only needs fiber from one site. And for rural areas in Africa, as an example, much easier to maintain, much easier to look after.
Okay, we gotta see a World Mobile balloon. We gotta see one, dude. We gotta see one. World Mobile Token, WMT balloon. We gotta see this, man. Is that what it looks like? Looks like a Zeppelin. Is that what it looks like, dude? That looks pretty cool.
So the plan is that we will deploy a first phase balloon solution by May next year.
Oh, wait. This hasn't even happened yet? When did this video go up? This video went up 2 years ago. This video went up 2 years ago. Okay, so where are the examples of it? Someone's got to have videos of it, right?
That'd be the first piece. After the aerostat, the next phase is the high altitude platforms. So getting stratospheric balloons, sort of 15 to 20 kilometers up in the sky. So
15 to 20 kilometers. Hey Siri, how many kilometers is 36,000 feet?
36,000 feet is 10.97 kilometers.
So that's 10 kilometers. How many kilometers up did he say?
15 to 20 kilometers.
That's where planes fly. He's talking about putting tethered balloons up that high. Planes are gonna get tangled up in that shit. What? Did I get the math wrong there? Hey Siri, what's 30,000 feet in kilometers?
30,000 feet is 9.14 kilometers.
Yeah, so planes fly between 30 and 36,000. 30,000 feet is between about 9 kilometers. He's talking about putting these That's directly in the line of sight of planes flying up there. What a load of shit! I'm sorry, Redox. I appreciate you bringing this to me, but is this an elaborate April Fool's joke or something? This will never fly anywhere, right? Do you know what could be done though? To get around this tethered, how are you tethering something for 15 kilometers up in the sky, man? Didn't Benjamin Franklin get hit by lightning from a kite just with a bit of string? This guy's going to have balloons and they're going to get struck by lightning. But the way around it would be to put this shit on the planes. You've got planes, balloons flying around everywhere. Shouldn't they all have these on them? That's not tethered? What? The 15 to 20 isn't tethered, laugh my ass off. How's it staying up there then? Stratospheric balloons, they're not tethered? How do they stick around then? How do they stay up there? Are they on planes or something?
Aerostat. The next phase is the high altitude platforms. So getting stratospheric balloons sort of 15 to 20 kilometers up.
He calls it a platform. Are we talking like Star Wars sort of living in the clouds?
After the aerostat, the next phase is the high altitude platforms. So getting stratospheric balloons sort of 15 to 20 kilometers.
So Redox, how would you tether a balloon in the stratosphere? I don't know, dude. I don't know how you'd get anything up there aside from a plane, because the plane comes back down to refuel. Okay, I got that wrong. They're not tethered, but how are they up there? Color me very skeptical. Me too.
Up in the sky.
And why does this guy,
15 to 20 kilometers.
This guy reminds me of this guy. Mars One CEO. This guy. Is this the same dude with a different haircut? Baz Lansdorp. Remember this guy? By the way, whatever happened to that project? It's not him. Looks like him though.
Up in the sky. So that's like the next stage of delivery. So firstly, securing the tether balloons, and then secondly...
You're in space at that point, dude.
So...
That's in space, right? That's no longer Earth. You're above this. You're above the atmosphere, dude. You might as well just use Starlink. You're a satellite.
Firstly, securing the tether balloons, and then secondly, getting a full update on which of the high altitude platforms we're going to go with.
Yeah, so he's talking about satellites, right? Wow, dude. I mean. Bullshit, dude. This video has been up for 2 years and it's got 11 comments. Are they deleting comments or something? There's only 11 comments 2 years ago. Mozambique BTS. What's this? It's a live stream. Is this a launch?
Feel like is invaluable for future launches or operations?
I think for me, it's been building those relationships early on, even before we get into the country. Just forge those relationships with the right entities, the right people, because it just makes it that much easier.
T-minus 22 minutes for launch.
And you need.
So there's going to be a launch here?
The countdown continues, and we're getting closer and closer to witnessing history unfold.
Let's
I
tune
hope
in
you're
from here.
ready, because we're diving right into it. The launch of Africa's first commercial aerostat. Joining me is the visionary Mickey Watkins, CEO, and Gregory Gottlieb, head of aerial platforms here at World Mobile. Gregory, Mickey...
Can I just pause for a second and say the worst thing that COVID gave us, aside from all the deaths and stay-at-home orders and all that, the worst thing that COVID gave us was these phony green screen capabilities of Zoom or whatever they're using, the Ecamm, whatever it is. These stupid background removing stuff. It looks so bonk, right? Looks like we've jumped back to like the 80s or something.
Welcome back, and what an honor it is to share this moment with you both.
Hey, Hannah, always great to see you. And yeah, definitely, what a moment.
Thank you very much, Hannah. Very pleased to be here.
So even this marketing looks very sort of SpaceX-esque. You know, it looks like a launch of a Falcon Heavy or something. Just with their graphic and all that.
Wow, it's beautiful. Wow, look at that.
The logos look beautiful, by the way, on the aerostat. They really do.
Look at the sun, look at that picture, it's beautiful.
Drumzilla, as my internet keeps glitching out here, I'm keen for a weather balloon internet thingo.
Michael, who was running around a bit.
It's all fake. They definitely don't have over 80,000 daily users. I'm not saying it's fake, but it's I didn't. Who said it's fake? Nobody said it's fake. It just seems a little bit. Oh, I didn't see the chat, but it seemed a little pie in the sky-esque.
How many people were on the ground at the moment?
More than we needed, because it was a first look. We had everybody there, so about 15 altogether in various different places.
Look at that camaraderie.
So who? When they say this is all decentralized, who are all these people then? It's very centralized. Very centralized.
Director, stand by for winch operation.
And by the way, I'm calling this. This is not live. I'm calling this is a pre-recorded. I'm calling this bullshit. This is not done live. This for someone to come out of the gate without any experience with this stuff. These guys are claiming this to be a live stream. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling this pre-recorded. It's all too well snapped together, edited. The music.
That's Michael, who was running around a bit.
Nah, this is pre-edited. This is pre-edited, dudes.
How many people
For
were
sure.
on the ground at the moment?
More than we needed, because it was a first look. We had everybody there, so about 15 altogether in various different places.
I agree, it's not live. Yeah. So the idea of presenting it like a live launch is to make it appear something that it's not, right? To give it a little more street cred. Those weather balloons that last years, I don't know, Drumzilla. I don't know how long the average balloon would last, Dale. I don't know. I mean, as Redox said, one balloon can cover the area of France. So, I mean, if this tech can get up there and can do what it's meant to do, it's pretty unique. I'm just wondering there's a couple of, the whole story doesn't piece together for me. It just seems like a bit of a mismatch. They're claiming decentralized, and then there's a company here that's obviously centralized. There's a board of directors and a CEO. There's the guy right there, and it just doesn't feel. It feels like they're cashing in on the latest buzz tech, the buzzwords, like, oh, we got to be on the blockchain, we got to be decentralized, we got to do this, we got to do that, and it's got to be enticing to users so they can make money from it, you know. Yeah, and I just see Dale's comment, satellites do a better job. I'm just saying, like, it's either you can do either of two, right? You can either go low Earth orbit satellites, check, Starlink, done, right? Or you can go this approach, which to me seems like a poor man's Starlink. Why are 3 billion people still unconnected then? That's a good question. It might also, I mean, the answer to that could be that it's still a little expensive. I know actually at the moment, Starlink is having a special in Australia for $1. I think you can get it for $1 for the first month or something. And then it jacks back up to the regular 150, 160 bucks a month. Okay, so weather balloons don't last long, so they need some crazy glass bubble tech to make it work.
Flight director, stand by for winch operation.
And we used radios for the first launch. We don't normally use radios, but we just wanted to make sure everybody knew what was happening.
Yeah, it's too expensive for these rural areas. So the solution is pretty clear: to get the people to pay for it. That's what I'm saying. That Redox, you just checked off my point. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's too expensive to use at the infancy of Starlink, which we still are, I guess, then the other solution is to create a decentralized blockchain crypto version and get the people to buy the nodes and do all the hardware. Now, this is not someone. This balloon isn't someone buying it and hosting their own node, or unless I'm wrong, it could be, but I don't think it is. This balloon launch is a World Mobile launch, right? Someone in World Mobile has financed all this. Not what they said before, where you buy the node and you put it on your roof and then you start earning from the kids in Zimbabwe that are making phone calls. That's the long-term bigger goal, to get people to do that. But here, I mean, they're paying for this, right? Dale, I said earlier, Starlink is still deploying, launches it here each week. Yeah, that's true. Remember Google's Project Loon. Hey, Hendrik, how you doing, man? I don't remember Project Loon. I don't remember what that was. Yeah. Blue Origin first launched today. What?
Flight Director, you're approved for Aerosat launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Commence winch operations.
The winches?
This is cringe.
There she goes.
Close all's running.
There she goes.
By the way, is it plausible to say, if this is going to change the mobile infrastructure in, I guess, where are we, in Africa or somewhere, Mozambique, if this is going to change the way that people communicate, wouldn't the whole town be there to witness it? Look at that field. Look at that vision there. There's nobody watching this shit. There's nobody there. Like, where are all the townsfolk? Oh, we heard about all, this is going to benefit us so greatly. We're all going to be, is this town against this? Are they like these stupid dudes coming in with their balloons again? Get the fuck out of here. Where is the town? Why isn't there like a red carpet and a scissors cutting and a ribbon and the balloons and local bands? And this is going to revolutionize their communications industry. And here we have nobody there to see it. Like that shot where there's nobody there, dude. There's nobody even there to see it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, something's wrong here, man.
Close all's running.
There she goes.
Yeah.
We have main feather tension. Release close haul lines.
Hello there.
Good timing, Netskis.
Passing 100 meters.
Excuse the pun, the tension must have been high at this point.
Yeah, it was about 170 kilograms, actually. No.
That's going to be weird. Wow. So that just sits there like that?
Secure for flight operations at 300 meters.
Look at that view.
It is beautiful.
And here we are at 300 meters.
I think it's hideous, to be completely honest. The country looks beautiful, but that balloon in the way, get that out of there. Yeah, big fucking deal. They launched a balloon. Jeez. Yeah, Is this just a case of these dudes have too much money and they're wasting it on this project? It's definitely got high-level scam presentation vibes. Yes. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, they've had a team, marketing team come in and go, okay, we'll create your campaign for you here. We'll create your campaign around all this. We'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, just a sidestep here, but because we're talking about cryptocurrency, this project does have a cryptocurrency base around it. So there is a blockchain, there is tokenomics. I'm not saying that if you invested in World Mobile Token, you would lose money. And I'm not saying that if you invested in World Mobile Token, you would earn money. But what I'm saying is it does exist. And there are charts, and it's been in existence for 2 years. So if you are, what do we say? If you're curious about crypto, if you're considering crypto, or if you're just confused by crypto, maybe you might want to stick around and look at, maybe you might want to take a look at this token and maybe make an investment. Just saying. I'm just saying, there is a token here. You can be cashing in on some kids in Mozambique making phone calls. I'm just saying, it's the possibility for you to earn off those dudes making their first mobile phone call. It's there. It's right there for you.
And look at the antennas. Look how incredible they look as well. Did a good job there.
They are extraordinary, those antennas. Of course, they have to be fitted upside down on the Aerostat, compared to on a normal telecoms tower.
Bringing telecoms to the skies.
Absolutely.
Now, to be frank, I think I've seen telecommunications towers that are that high. I feel like I've seen wind turbines that are that high. That doesn't look that high to me. If that's where it's going to sit, that's reached its maximum altitude. It doesn't look that high, right? Like I've seen D. Kramer fly a drone that high. I'll invest in Mardi Gras, boobies for the win. Nobody should invest in WMT, just invest in Hex instead, which is down 99.9 from highs. It's down, dude. It is down. We'll talk about that later. Looks about 250 feet. Hey Siri, what's 250 feet in meters?
250 feet is 76.2 meters.
That's all? Not even 100 meters up? I was higher than that on my freaking birthday. Dale. If they say, who is it? I'll be like, no. Don't try to fake a phone call. You see the number.
Hello, Mickey. Mickey?
Gregory, you're not calling me from where I think you're calling me, are you?
Well, actually, I am. We've finally got it going. We've done it. This is
funny. All that live streaming tech you just had down there, and you were streaming to the internet. You could have just made a FaceTime call. Just saying.
Me from Africa.
This is lame. Yeah, this is lame. Redox, appreciate you, man. This is lame, dude. This is lame. This is lame. I want to see what that balloon's up to now. Where is the Mozambique balloon? Because this was this was 5 months ago. Huh. So this video was 2 years ago, and they uploaded their first balloon 5 months ago. 13 comments. 13 comments? And every one of them's positive? They're deleting comments. Except for this person, 5 months ago. It's a terrible eyesore and a danger to air traffic. What a stupid nonsense is this? This person said it's fantastic. It gets all the permits, and once in the air has an amazing internet coverage. So what kind of speeds do we see? Do they fake a speed test? Do they fake a speed test? They don't do a speed test. They don't do a speed test? Wow, no speed test. I want to find out. Mozambique air balloon. Mozambique World Mobile. We'll just put that in, see what comes up. Replay. No shit, dude. If this was legit, there'd be videos all over the internet about this. There's the shorts. Huh. There's my stream. Okay, so let's go back and continue watching Old Mate. Go to speedtest.net and see if you can find their server. If I'd go there, it'll give my IP, dude. You can do it at your end though.
Are the balloons like anchored to the ground?
Yeah, tethered.
Okay.
So they've usually got 3 tethers. One of the tether takes power, so because you've got to charge a payload, a packet, and then the other it takes connectivity, fiber. There's a trailer at the bottom of the balloon. You plug in your fiber, you plug in your Starlink, you plug in whatever you can get backhaul from. Backhaul being internet, and then it's transmitted up to the balloon. And then from the balloon, you have this huge ubiquitous coverage, around 75-kilometer radius.
So this balloon is basically like what I bought for GoVan. It's an antenna.
Okay. And you have a power cable going up to the sky?
Of course.
And does it need a specific type of power source, or can you just plug it into the wall?
It needs a little bit more power than the wall because you're powering a lot of units up there.
It's full of helium, right? This concept is a huge fail. I think it is too. My instinct tells me this is short-lived.
To provide the capacity, so we've custom made some antennas for the balloon for the aerostat, and those are able to connect a lot of people, around 100,000 people to each balloon.
100,000 people per balloon.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a cool balloon.
Yeah, very.
Have you ever?
Yeah, you need a balloon for your Great Aussie Adventure. Maybe I should get these guys involved. By the way, in a side story, I sent off all of those 14 different pitch videos this morning. I'll let you know how they go. But yeah, I do need a balloon for GoVan. Drone beats balloon.
I'm just thinking of the famous Chinese balloon. Have you ever had any issues where you lost a balloon?
This was a lot higher, but these are tethered to the ground. So they're on the trailer. You've got a trailer that spins around depending on the wind, so the balloon can move. And they're tied to the ground. They've been used in military applications for a very long time, for nearly 100 years. And nobody's ever used them for commercial application. We're the first in the world.
Wow, okay. And why are you, like, what motivates you as a...
Hendrik, what's the percentage chance that the interviewer is German? I'm going with 98%. This woman's German.
As a CEO, why are you doing this?
Firstly, because it's not right that every 1 in 2 people on the planet can't speak to each other. It's not right that people cannot use the internet. The internet brings a lot of opportunity. As you know, a lot of the people that will be watching this interview and have watched your other interviews will use the internet to do so. So that's the first reason. The second reason, it's a massive business opportunity. Whoever fixes the unconnected, whoever serves the underserved, is able to create something that nobody else has done before.
68%, and she owes me one. Jeez, Daleski.
But so the balloons, so this still like connects to satellites? No.
You feed the fiber up.
Okay, you feed the fiber up.
And then you distribute it from a special antenna array that goes direct to your handset, unlike satellites.
Does this require a connection to like a local internet provider? Okay. And
funnily enough, he mentioned that backhaul could well be Starlink. So they're still tapping into the Starlink to get the backhaul, to get the fiber to go up to the balloon. That's going to have to come from somewhere. You see, okay, so what you've got going here is a distribution of existing internet. You're not creating internet from anything that's not there. You must have the excuse me. You must have the service already in place to feed up into the balloon. And have a 415 volt power cable hanging from the sky, right? True.
It takes a lot more bandwidth than...
You can feed as much bandwidth as you want into there. So if you've got a 1 gigabyte line or a 5 gigabyte line, it's actually got multiple ports to have a bandwidth that can be aggregated. And
by the way, that's why Redox, that's why you would have seen, I guess, that tweet with Elon talking about a collab with World Mobile and Starlink, because what Elon will do is he'll be like, oh, okay, well, you guys need my internet? Sure. Let's put a backhaul endpoint in Mozambique, and you can put that up into your balloons. That's cool. No worries. All good. Happy to provide it for you guys. Go for it. So it's like at that point, the internet goes from the satellite down to it goes down to those massive big what are they called? Those node points for Starlink, those big domes. It goes down into one of those, gets distributed out through the fiber run to the bottom of the balloon, then goes back up into low Earth orbit, 150 feet or whatever it is, and then it goes back down again. Elon is way smarter than this. Intelligence is what it... Yeah, but Elon has mentioned the collaboration with these guys.
100,000 people, you need a lot of bandwidth to be able to connect them.
And you mentioned that...
If you've already got the fiber there at the backhaul end, you're better off just running the fiber to the towns, in my mind, instead of maintaining a balloon. How long until something flies into it?
This is a sharing economy model, and that anybody can be essentially an internet service provider. What is the actual barrier to entry? How if I wanted tomorrow in Greece to operate my own network with you, how much money do I need to put into it? What is the regulation around it?
It won't be long, and the video will be epic. Yeah, dude, that'll be sick to see. The balloon has a larger coverage and is more cost effective for rural regions. Yeah, okay. So Redox, I guess I sort of jumped over that point, but yeah, so it's more cost effective for these rural regional areas. Why would Musk collab? I don't know, but I didn't see his tweet. If someone can bring that tweet up, I'll take a look at it, but I didn't see it.
As World Mobile Group, we deal with the regulations. So we register as a mobile network operator with the local authority. We then have Spectrum. Spectrum is the thing that is in the airwaves that connects to your telephone that makes it magically work. But that's actually just airwaves. It's a very limited resource. But a lot of companies don't have a way to use that.
So these are not, again, this is not decentralized. It's one of the first things that they say on their website, right? Decentralized. We're building a decentralized blockchain-powered mobile network. It's totally centralized. The owner is right here telling us all about it. It's a centralized mobile network. It's a centralized mobile network which is incentivizing users to buy the hardware and to be a node operator to earn profit off people that don't have access to the internet. So if you feel morally compelled to provide internet to Mozambique or Tanzania because they don't have access to it, not only can you do that if you want to come on board and buy a node, but then you can also earn money off them. So you're earning a profit by utilizing an area that hasn't got access to the internet, and you're giving them the internet. So you're the savior. That's the pitch. That's the sales pitch. Hey, Wolf's gone camping. Cheers, Crypto Foxes. How you doing?
Spectrum. So we've redefined the way that people can share that spectrum. We started off in Africa. Now we're in the United States of America. And you can buy a device anywhere from $2,000 all the way up until $2.5 million, depending on how many people you want to connect, how far you want to connect, and what you want to do with it.
And
I mean, you guys laughed your fucking tits off when I said, just remember this. When I said to you guys, there is a heater on the market, a heater that mines Bitcoin whilst it's producing heat. So you might say that's what all Bitcoin miners do. That's right. Every Bitcoin miner produces an element of heat as part of the cost of doing business, so to say. Mining all those hashes uses compute power, which generates heat. And so someone made a heater out of it and said, well, hang on a second. You're using this and it's generating heat. So why not make a heater? And then when it's winter, you can just fire it up and earn Bitcoin. You guys laughed your heads off at me when I said that that's a pretty cool idea. Here's a guy who's using technology that already exists. Basically, he's rerouting the internet, rerouting the physical line of internet. So the fiber's already there, and he's putting it up in the sky, distributing it out amongst people, saying, by the way, you could own that balloon. That one would be one of the expensive ones. I think that's one of the $1 million ones, right? You could own the balloon, and then people start using your balloon, hook it into your network. You can earn our WMT token on the Cardano blockchain. And that's not laughable, but a heater earning mining Bitcoin while heating your home, that was a big giggle. Check back at the end of the year for the WMT price. Okay, and that's what I wanted to, I'm glad you said that, Redox. That's the main point I want to hit here. I think all of this hardware and all of this, I think this concept is complete whack, but you could make money off of it. There is a way to make money here. In my mind, it's going to be a short-term play, but there is a play for money. But you've got to be morally okay with earning that money off these remote towns in Africa that don't have internet. You got to be okay with being the guy that goes, yeah, man, I earned off those guys. I don't know if I'd be that. You know, I'd rather mine Bitcoin by running a heater than earn a bit of Cardano just by having some kid in Tanzania make a mobile phone call. Just saying.
What is the relationship with these local internet providers? Is it easy for you to convince them to participate?
Wow. What did she just say? Did she just say, what's the relationship with you and the local internet providers? This guy's about to go, oh, there aren't any internet providers because that's what we're providing. Then she'll say, but didn't you have to bring the fiber in to get it up to the balloon? So there's got to be internet there already. Is the cat eating its own tail or the snake eating its own tail here?
Mm-hmm. And what is the relationship with these local internet providers? Is it easy for you to convince them to participate?
It's very collaborative.
Okay.
So telecommunications has always been very collaborative.
Whoa, what? Telecommunications has always been very collaborative? There's 2 telecommunications companies in Australia, and I believe there's 2 in Canada, Bells and Rogers. Here it's Telstra and Optus, and they're collaborative. This guy, I bet in this block of conversation, he's gonna revert back to saying, and if you do get involved, you can earn the WMT token. That's the sales pitch here. If you do come on board and join into this network, you are financially reimbursed by our token. This clan is in denial.
Relationship with these local internet providers. Is it easy for you to convince them to participate?
It's very collaborative.
Okay.
So telecommunications has always been very collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference is that it's not been democratized as of yet. So you as a single person could not really become a mobile network operator for sub $2, $3, $4 million, sometimes $500 million it takes you to become a mobile network operator.
Mm-hmm.
So we've broken it down so that every rooftop could essentially become a tower, but you don't have the planning permissions that you need. You don't have to negotiate contracts with.
But nobody wanted to do that. Are there hundreds of people that are going, all I wanted to do was become a mobile telecommunications tower operator. That's all I've wanted. In every part of my life, I've been striving to become a cell phone tower provider. Nobody wants that. Who wants that? No, there might be like 4 people out of 1,000 that have thought, oh, I wouldn't mind doing that. But nobody. So because that number's so little, how do we get them in? Incentivize it, tokenize it, give it a token and say, here's the token. This token will earn you if you do this. Gribbs, you're grasping at straws? That's not what he said? That's exactly what he said.
For sub $2, $3, $4 million, sometimes $500.
He said it. I mean, unless I heard it wrong.
It's very collaborative.
Okay.
So telecommunications has always been very collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference is that it's not been democratized as of yet. So you as a single person could not really become a mobile network operator for sub $2, $3, $4 million, sometimes $500 million it takes.
She's just looking at him going, I've never wanted to do that. Look at her face. She's like, I could become a mobile telecommunications operator. I didn't want that. Nobody wanted that.
Mobile network operator for sub.
Look at her face.
Has always been very collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference is that it's not been democratized as of yet. So you as a single person could not really become a mobile network operator for sub $2, $3, $4 million, sometimes $500 million it takes you to become a mobile network operator.
Mm-hmm.
So we've broken it down so that every rooftop could essentially become a tower, but you don't have the planning permissions that you need. You don't have to negotiate contracts with people. You become the host, you become the operator, and then you have this radio that then broadcasts anywhere between 500 meters to 20 kilometers on the ground network.
And then can I charge anything I want?
Ooh.
No, because then that won't make the network run. So there's recommended rates that we have across the world mobile network. And then as people come and they use your network, seamlessly, by the way, you don't have to give them permission or not give them permission. We control that at the core.
We control that at the core. The core of what? A decentralized mobile communications network?
By the way, you don't have to give them permission or not give them permission. We control that at the core.
Dudes, I'm calling this a farce. I'm calling this a interesting idea late in the game, trying to cash in on all the latest buzzwords and concepts in the crypto world. That's what I'm calling this. Yeah, that's my take.
Seamlessly, by the way, you don't have to give them permission or not give them permission. We control that at the core.
We control that at the core of our decentralized, it's right there on their page, blockchain-powered mobile network. You know what I'm saying? Where are we?
Then they get charged.
So it's, I mean, I can see what it is a sharing economy, but it is also, in a more traditional sense, just like...
I want to see the white paper of who takes what from what. When you set up a node, I want to see where the breakdown of the tokenomics is. I want to see how much the cost is for Tanzania, the one that got rolled out, what the dollar amount is, and how much these guys take off the top. That's what I want to see. Only needs 1 or 2 remote African states to give him a few million, I guess. Probably. More than likely.
Different set of tools that like makes this business more accessible to people that otherwise wouldn't have access to it.
Legacy business models and legacy infrastructure has literally left half the world offline. Year on year, you're using 40% more internet capacity than you were using last year. So if you're using 10 gigabytes this year, you're going to be using 14 gigabytes next year. Mobile network operators, evidently, because they've left half the world offline, haven't been able to keep up with the pace. So what we're doing is we're helping to fill in those spots that don't have connectivity right now and work with the mobile network operators to actually have ubiquitous coverage everywhere.
A lot of projects that are sort of in the same vein use tokenization of some type for one thing or another, but it sounds like you don't.
Oh, whoa. You didn't do your research, love. They do token. He's about to go, of course we do. How else would we incentivize anybody to join up on this harebrained scheme?
Of some type for one thing or another, but it sounds like you don't.
We do, but we don't on the front layer. So the front layer being the radio layer. Why? If you want to connect 1 billion people, which we've promised to the United Nations, to the World Bank, to the International Telecommunications Union, you cannot put a token in front that is going to potentially get in the way with the regulator. But
so, what did he just say? What did he just say about the World Bank? I missed all that. I couldn't believe that she didn't. She just thought that there's no tokenized here. What did he just say?
But we don't on the front.
In the same vein, use tokenization of some type for one thing or another, but it sounds like you don't.
We do, but we don't on the front layer. So the front layer being the radio layer. Why? If you want to connect 1 billion people, which we've promised to the United Nations, to the World Bank, to the International Telecommunications Union.
So why did they promise the World Bank that they're going to connect 1 million people? Did they get a loan from the World Bank? What did they get, like incentives? How come there's a promise to the World Bank from a decentralized blockchain tech? Why the fuck? What is going on with this conversation? Did she just dig his grave and he's like just jumped in it?
Work with the mobile network operators to actually have ubiquitous coverage everywhere.
A lot of projects that are sort of in the same vein use tokenization of some type for one thing or another, but it sounds like you don't.
We do, but we don't on the front layer. So the front layer being the radio layer. Why? If you want to connect 1 billion people, which we've promised to the United Nations, to the World Bank, to the International Telecommunications Union, you cannot put a token in front that is going to potentially get in the way with the regulator.
So they're scared. They're scared because crypto is still in its infancy, And the regulator, being the SEC, I guess, is what he's referring to, historically frowns upon crypto. And so they need the backing of the World Bank to incentivize or to get this thing rolling. And so at that point, they don't mention anything to do with the crypto stuff. Is that what I'm understanding, or am I? Because I'm learning about this with you guys. Am I getting that right? Did he just say that they don't tokenize the front layer, like the surface layer, the actual providing of the service? It's the next layer deep, which I guess would be the sort of like the retail space where once you've got it all running, then you sell the data to the user, and that's the tokenized part. What are you talking about? Hex? Massive scam? Yeah, I mean, we can talk about Hex. Once we get through this, if we have time, we can talk about Hex, but don't conflate the two things. While Hex doesn't interest me, I haven't used the word scam yet. People in Africa buy with native currency. Earth node operators get paid in WMT. Okay. Interesting. So is it safe to say that World Mobile is a security? The hardware is a security? Because if you buy it, if you buy one of these, where were they? If you become a node operator, an air node package, if you buy one of these, you're buying it with the expectation of profit. Therefore, wouldn't the SEC consider that a security? In that case, Ethereum is a security. Well, that's an argument that certainly is one that the SEC is known to engage with, that argument. But I'm just saying, isn't there all kinds of issues to come out of this where they're going to go after the people who sold this to you, the centralized entity? These guys, World Mobile, they sold you a hardware and incentivized it via a token. I just feel like this is dirty. Like it's ripe for all kinds of prodding and prying that won't end up in anyone's favor. The SEC is already going after them. If Ethereum loses, every other crypto is a security. Sure. It's just, yeah, okay. I'm trying to grasp it as we go here. And you guys keep bringing back up Hex. We can talk about Hex once we get through this, but what does that make Hex? I mean, yeah, you could argue that nobody bought hardware when they bought Hex and there was no expectation of profit. But this is literally buying hardware that you are then going to on-sell the use of that hardware for a profit in the form of World Mobile token. That's very clear than buying into a sacrifice set or a crypto token. But this is literally buying a physical device and installing it on your rooftop, because that's what everybody wanted to do, become a node operator. So I'm just saying, hey, it's coming as we watch and as we learn. These are the normal questions that someone with a loose grasp on crypto, aka me, is coming up with. In my head, as I'm hearing this gentleman talk about this, that's what's coming up. Like I said, I've never said I'm an expert on this shit, but these are the things that are rattling around right now as he talks this way.
But everything that runs behind runs on a token, runs through the blockchain.
And now I got to hear it in context.
Union, you cannot put a token in
front.
I
want to hear that whole spiel again, and I won't stop it. I'll keep it in context.
Front layer being the radio layer.
I want to keep it in context.
Don't.
We do, but we don't on the front layer. So the front layer being the radio layer. Why? If you want to connect a billion people, which we've promised to the United Nations, to the World Bank, to the International Telecommunications Union, you cannot put a token in front that is going to potentially get in the way with the regulator.
Right.
But everything that runs behind runs on a token, runs through the blockchain. Why does it run through the blockchain? It runs through the blockchain because when you have somebody connect to your network, you don't want someone to game you. You don't want someone to not pay you. You don't want someone to pay you under what you, for the usage that they had. But it goes way beyond that. It goes towards privacy as well. So mobile network operators today, ISPs today, the way that the internet is being built, they have an open channel that they can see everything.
So he's saying that the blockchain usage and the tokenization of the WMT is there for security, essentially. Is that correct? That's what he just said, right? That the reason that they've got a token and it's blockchained is because of security, which is odd or interesting at the very least, because the regulators that he's talking about, that they didn't put the crypto in on the base layer because it will get in the way with the regulators, oddly enough, is the Securities and Exchange Commission. Just saying. That was kind of an interesting side point.
Your location, they take your data. They may sell your data. It's not for me to say, but you can just do a simple Google search to see what happens. As World Mobile, we want to make sure that you don't have to trust us. We don't tell you to trust us. You can use the blockchain to see that you can trust us. And we are the first company, the first mobile network operator to set a new standard to not actually take your data, but give you back the power of your own data. And then,
so you need to put your trust in this guy, but it's blockchain, so it's trustless. So trust us, but don't trust us. Trust us, but you don't need to because it's on the blockchain, so it's trustless. We're decentralized, centralized. He needs more blankets and he needs less blankets.
you have a choice what to do with it.
So what exactly do you track on the blockchain?
The same things as mobile network operators would track your location. We make sure the regulator can see that, and we make sure you can see that, but we make sure that we cannot see that.
Where did he say he controls it? We did watch that part like 3 times, Redox. We did rewind that 3 times where he said we control it. We did. I don't know if we have to go back and watch it again. We watched it like 3 times.
And then you can choose to bring that to the network and exchange that for goods or services or discounts, or you can choose to donate that to a charity, or you can choose to sell that for whatever reason. I don't recommend anyone selling a digital imprint of themselves, but some people wish to. But the difference here is you have a choice.
So is that like IP, like all that?
There's things that we cannot block because you cannot make a mobile network work if you block those things. But private data about you, your location of your house, your friends' friends, all the different connections that are visible for a mobile network operator to see, we make sure we've created a layer that we can't see any of that. We don't want that.
So it's
that is interesting. I'll hand that to him. That is interesting to blockchain and to essentially make anonymous all that information. One might argue then, or one could argue that if that's how they're doing it, how come mobile networks haven't done that already? Because blockchain technology has been around for quite a while now. Like, if the blockchain, and I'm not talking about tokenized, I'm just talking about the concept of the ledger, the blockchain, that's existed for quite some time. How come telecommunications haven't done that already? Are they all just dumb? Like they haven't thought of it, and these guys are the geniuses that have come up with that idea? Or if you'd rather Rogers and Bell can track your info, that's fine. No. I'm just saying that so there's been data leaks here in Australia or a couple of years ago when I was in New Zealand anyway. There was a data leak from Optus, which is our major telecommunications operator. So I'm just saying, like, if there is a way to anonymize it and blockchain it, how come we're only seeing it from these guys right now? Like that on its own, that concept on its own is commendable and unique.
I just farted.
Great timing. Yeah, that concept on its own is kind of unique and something, certainly something to be, congratulated. But the idea of owning a balloon that kids using mobile phones in Tanzania use, and then you make money from it. I don't know about that. I was still not really, it's not sitting very well with me. Yeah.
Sort of permissioned blockchain.
It's a public blockchain.
It's a public blockchain.
But parts of it are permission.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, would you say overall that this is harder to control? I mean, we've seen in recent years, very recently, cases where there is sort of civil or political unrest, and we see the government of whatever country
Canada
shut down internet access. Is this something that can happen with your model?
We're fully compliant to the regulator, so we're not looking to hide any information that.
We're fully compliant to the regulator on that base level, the first layer. But then when you get into the second layer, we're a decentralized blockchain, and you can earn just by buying a node.
A bad actor or a bad actress may undertake. But what we don't want to do.
So he's fully compliant because they got a loan from the World Bank or something? Is that did I still don't get that part when he said we promised the World Bank.
We're fully compliant to the regulator, so we're not looking to hide any information.
Because we signed off on an agreement that we'd do this, this, and this, and they'd leave us alone. And then we buried everything else underneath that second layer into the blockchain.
Information that a bad actor or a bad actress may undertake. But what we don't want to do is take advantage of the fact that those channels are open and then take your data and then give your data to somebody else or sell your data for financial gain. It's your data. You create that. You pay us to be on our network. It's not our right to have that.
Our network? Our network. You pay us to be on our network. I thought it was a decentralized network. Wolf's Gone Camping. The World Bank will support anything that can take control of a large group of people.
Data, right. And to monetize it. It's your right.
So in those cases, your service would also go down?
If a government shut down the service for everybody, they would also shut down the service for us.
I mean, yeah, because also you said that you work with the local ISPs. So tell me a little bit about like what is it like working in Africa with this type of hardware infrastructure? What has struck you as challenging or interesting?
Africa is very interesting. It's like playing a video game on extreme hard modes. But Africa is a continent with nearly 1 billion people. About 78% of the continent is not connected to meaningful internet. The population is the youngest.
Meaningful internet. Is that the first time you guys have heard that phrase? What is meaningful internet? Does that mean anything above like 3G? What is meaningful internet? Meaningful internet.
78% of the continent is not connected to meaningful internet.
Thanks for the follow.
And therein lies the joy.
World Bank. I want to start a silly concept business sucker venture.
No.
What is meaningful internet?
Wow. And therein lies the joy.
Are we getting trolled here?
No.
Right.
1 billion people. About 78% of the continent is not connected to meaningful internet. The population is the youngest on the planet.
Meaningful internet. That's actually a pretty cool name. I want to see if there's a meaningfulinternet.com. Meaningfulinternet.com. No one's nabbed that. Meaningful internet. Meaningful internet. Pretty cool. Where are we?
And it just made sense because you've got the most entrepreneurial people. And think how innovative and entrepreneurial they've been so far. And this is without internet access, without fast, affordable internet. So for me, it was something that I wanted to start there. It's something that I wanted to start to be able to show people that you could do something different. We've been very fortunate with the governments and the mobile network operators and the ISPs that we've been working with. And starting a sharing economy would be the hardest there. So then exporting it to the rest of the world should be much easier. And we've proven that it is.
How many people would you say?
They've proven in Tanzania and now in the US, right? They're in the US. They've just launched in the US. When did this video go up? 5 months ago. 5 months ago, and it's only got 11 comments? That was a great interrogation. You did wonderful, Mickey. This is life-changing. So they're deleting comments. Terrible interview. Of course, it's CoinDesk. Wow, I thought, okay. I thought she was asking some interesting questions that definitely need an answer. The YouTube is not part of a meaningful internet, right on Wolf's Gone Camping.
Connected.
Around 100,000 people on our network.
Okay, wow.
100,000 people are already on the network?
People would you say you've connected?
Around 100,000 people on our network.
Okay.
100,000. So what's the breakdown? Are they all in Africa or?
Wow. And which countries is that in currently?
Zanzibar,
Okay.
Nigeria, Kenya, Mozambique, and most recently we've launched the sharing economy in Pakistan and now in the United States of America.
And what's coming next?
Rest of the world mobile.
Truly global.
Yes.
Is that the goal?
Truly global without the capex or the opex of a normal mobile network operator. Usually to be a mobile network operator, you have to have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions, and continuously raising money to lay down infrastructure. T-Mobile, for example, or AT&T, have over 80,000 members of staff. World Mobile plans to build a network that's run by the people, for the people, and to have a sharing economy that is self-sustaining. So eventually Mickey Watkins isn't the bottleneck. People can decide to put up the infrastructure. We lay down the foundations, we write the codes, we build the blockchain, and we make sure that people can access that seamlessly in order to be able to actually run something like this. It's the only answer.
So
Facebook, Google.
So is it going to be deployed as a contract, a smart contract on the blockchain that is immutable, or he just said that they created it so that can they turn it on and off at a whim? What's this turd's salary? I don't know, dude. Where does that dollars come from? Yeah. We can all be A&T company later.
Microsoft, they tried, but you can't do this alone. You haven't got enough trucks, you haven't got enough fuel, you haven't got enough people to fix this problem. And the digital divide is not getting smaller, it's getting bigger and bigger.
But another...
How can the digital divide be getting bigger and bigger? I don't understand that. If Starlink is like constantly loading satellites up into low Earth orbit and they're constantly expanding their reach, how can the digital divide be getting bigger? It's not. It physically has to be getting smaller. I mean, unless I've misinterpreted all the tech advances in the last decade, how can the digital divide be increased? Unless they're making new territories and they're finding new colonies of people that live in remote towns. How can it be getting further apart? It can only be getting closer together. I am Ash. Starlink also keeps raising prices. Well, not here in Australia. They've got a special right now for $1 for the first month. So that's a lowering of a price. Yeah.
Aspect of access to the internet in these countries is that people also just don't have smartphones or laptops.
This is increasing every year on year. You can now buy a smartphone for $30 that will connect.
Hang on. What did she just say?
Access to the internet.
What? So he said the digital divide is getting wider. So there's more people that don't have access. And now she says
to fix this problem, and the digital divide is not getting smaller; it's getting bigger and bigger.
But another aspect of access to the internet in these countries is that people also just don't have smartphones or laptops.
This is increasing every year on year. You can now buy a smartphone for $30 that will connect to the internet, and you can run Android on there. Each village that we've got into that doesn't even have connectivity, 1 in 3 have a smartphone in those villages, and when they go to the places that do have connectivity or they access Wi-Fi, they download all their entertainment, all their information.
So what the hell? He just contradicted himself. What am I missing that? That was pretty clear to me. He said the digital divide is getting wider, bigger, and then he just said in all these countries he goes to, everyone has a smartphone now. It's not connected, but they go to a cafe where the internet is and they can download all their things. So the digital divide is getting smaller. What? He just totally backpedaled and said the opposite of what he said the sentence before. I got to hear it again.
Laptops.
This is
got to hear that again in context.
But you can't do this alone. You haven't got enough trucks, you haven't got enough fuel, you haven't got enough people to fix this problem. And the digital divide is not getting smaller, it's getting bigger and bigger.
But another aspect of access to the internet in these countries is that people also just don't have smartphones or laptops.
This is increasing every year, year on year. You can now buy a smartphone for $30 that will connect to the internet, and you can run Android on there. Each village that we've got into that doesn't even have connectivity, 1 in 3 have a smartphone in those villages. And
Right.
that when they go to the places that do have connectivity or they access Wi-Fi, they download all their entertainment, all their information, they come home, and then they use that as their major entertainment device, or use that as a torch, or use that.
So therefore, the digital divide's getting smaller. What part of that is not? Is 2 plus 2 not equaling 4 at that point? Very, very strange. I mean, yeah. Wow. I mean, I don't know. Like that doesn't look good when you just contradict your own sentence.
That's to store their money, because mobile money is massive on the continent. So it's a common misnomer that people in Africa don't actually have mobile phones.
Well, they have phones, but they don't necessarily have smartphones.
And this is changing year on year. And in the next 3 or 4 years, we expect a penetration of around 59% of smartphones.
Yet that digital divide is getting wider.
And how do you monetize this, like, as World Mobile Group?
People come, they buy data, they buy voice, they buy SMS, they buy value-added services with cash at a local shop. Africa's really quite easier in some aspects because mobile money. There's 490 million mobile money wallets in the continent. So just the same as you would pay for your internet or your phone service, it's the same there.
So you take like a little commission from the...
We charge them per gigabyte or per megabyte or per the same as any other mobile network operator would, and then we share that inside our sharing economy. A certain amount goes to our blockchain validator, the Earth nodes. A certain amount goes to the air nodes, that's the radio layer, and a certain amount goes to affiliates who sell SIM cards or who sell the hardware, and then some comes to World Mobile.
All right, sounds...
To pay off that debt to the World Bank. My take on this is upfront and clear. I think this is not cool. I think this is it's sketchy at best. It seems like they're trying to tap into a place that historically and maybe even sort of like, you know, historically and currently doesn't have what we have in the rest of the world, right? The third world countries are a little behind on certain things, and so these guys have kind of come in and gone, well, how can we help them? How can we be visible in appearance that we're helping, but also make a bunch of money here? How can we ethically make some coin here? And the way to do it seems to be to incentivize other people to come in, and on the basis of providing the infrastructure, the hardware, and then sort of, you know, filtering out or filtering down the potential income that they can earn, and disguising it through blockchain, keeping the regulators happy. We can also incentivize or we can encourage those guys or those investors, because that's what a node operator is essentially. It's an investor. We can encourage those investors to come in, build out the network, while we still keep earning from, as he said, selling the data, selling the packages, gigabyte, terabyte, whatever it is. And then he also mentioned some hardware, some SIMs and stuff. So let's sort of pivot a little and think about investing in WMT, because now we know what it is. We've learned the hardware, we've learned the concept, we've had a bit of a giggle at the live stream, we've had a giggle at that interview. Let's now take a look at the actual token and see what we can garner. IMEsh, I'm in Sweden. Oh, cool. Starlink here got 2 options. One standard 556 kroner a year, kroner per month, $55, or 2 prioritized, 236 per month. I mean, that sounds pretty similar to what we have here as well. Usual internet's about $50, $60 a month for the bottom level, and then for the top level fiber, it's not quite that expensive, but getting up there. Yeah, who keeps this up and running and maintenance? I mean, that's also a question. Man, for some reason, my glasses are hurting my ear. Is it just because I got a hoodie on? I've never had my glasses hurt that much. Are these backwards? No. It's so cold here right now that I need a Bitcoin heater. It's so cold that I have to put my hoodie on, but it's hurting my eyes. Yeah, that's better. So let's move on and take a look at. Let's go to CoinMarketCap, because, like I said, if you can deal with the moral conundrum of earning money off a third world country using infrastructure that the rest of the world already has, aka or also known as good internet, then you can actually make money off this token. Now, you don't need to buy the hardware, you just need to buy the token. So let's have a look at it. WMT. World Mobile Token. It's currently trading at 32 cents. On the daily, it's down. Let's go 7 daily. Okay, on the 7-day chart, it's up. There's a fluctuation of about the 10-cent range there, from 24 cents to 34 approx. Let's take a look at the all-time chart. Okay, so it's been around for 2 years, approximately. So it launched in January.
Wow.
Remind me, by the way, to reduce the length of my follower alert.
No.
It was okay when my follower alert. Oh, that's kind of short enough, I guess. So sorry, I just got distracted by that follow. So this chart launched, or this coin, or this token launched in December of 2021, and it had a pretty good run for a while there, all the way through to April 2022, when something's happened here. How come we've just gone down? What happened in April of 2022? Was that the launch? What are the dates here from that weather balloon launch 2 years ago? What's the year today? It's 2024, and it's May, March, April, May. Ah, okay. Now just being a little bit detective here. This looks like this is the 28th of April 2022, which would put it around the same time as, surprise, surprise, the launching of the balloon. Where is it? We just had it up. Where's the balloon launch? Oh, here. Right here. 2 years ago. The balloon launched.
And therein lies the joy.
Clues.
No.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to do? Just give me a second here. Actually, just give me a second here, folks. I'll be right back.
Wow. And therein lies the joy. Oh no. No.
Yeah, there you go. I just I feel like I'm getting trolled here, so the way to stop the trolls is to be right back, because they're not going to stick around while someone's not even on screen, right? So I just walked away for a second, but yeah. So I feel like we're getting trolled up the wazoo, but it's all good. So yeah, we were on the chart here, and what I was saying is that this token dropped dramatically in price. Well, not dramatically, but it did have a drop from right. I mean, its all-time high. What was that? Just less than $1. So it peaked out just less than $1, and now we've been in the red, which is coincidentally the same time that they launched their balloon skins. This launch here, where is it here? This one, World Mobile heading to the stars. This launch happened 2 years ago. So what I'm saying, or what I'm trying to get at is there anything at this particular stage that would incentivize this token to run up again? Now, we heard, Redox, you mentioned there was a tweet from Elon Musk about this world music token, world mobile token. So where is that Twitter? Twitter, can we find it? Oh, I'm not signed in here. I'm gonna have to open up. I'll have to open up the Brave Trouser browser because I'm not signed in there. Just give me a second to bring up the Trouser browser, Brave skins. Brave browser. So here is the Brave browser, Trouser browser, Twitter. Now I want to find this tweet. From Elon. Search Elon WMT. Is that the token? $sign WMT? No, it is not. That's Walmart. How do we find... Redox, I said there's a Starlink WMT collab. Yeah, it's his pin tweet. Okay, it's his pin tweet. Cool, thanks, man. Let me just find it. I don't even follow Elon, I don't think. No, I do. It's his pin tweet. Okay, here we go. So this is 9 hours ago. Bringing connectivity to remote communities radically improves access to education and economic opportunities.
Wow. And therein lies the joy.
Therein lies the joy. Let me just see what this is.
It's important to emphasize the importance of... Well, as I mentioned, we're really we're focusing this event on Starlink and the benefits that high bandwidth connectivity can bring to remote islands and to remote communities. I think it's really important to emphasize the importance of internet connectivity and how much of a life changer that can be and a lifesaver that can be. As I mentioned, when you have access to the internet, you can learn anything. All the MIT lectures are online. You can literally learn the things that people are learning at MIT or at some some university. You can learn anything if you're connected to the internet. But if you're not connected, it's very difficult to learn. And then if you have some goods or services that you wish to sell to the world, even if you're in a remote village, you can now do so with an internet connection. So it can bring a lot of prosperity, I think, to rural communities.
Thank you. Cukup ya. Thank you.
He didn't mention. He didn't mention WMT in there. I don't know. What am I missing there? That did not mention WMT. Yo, does this guy teach about crypto trades? I'm new here. No, I don't. Yash, you can address me directly. I'm here. I'm live. Hello. Sorry, Redox. How did you... I never said he mentioned WMT. I said there's a collab where WMT uses Starlink. So this is not the collab? This is not the collab? This is not the collab? Is that what I'm seeing here? This is not the collab? I mean, forgive me for being presumptuous, but when you said Elon mentioned it and there's a collab, and then you said it's his pinned tweet. This is just Elon's Starlink launch in Indonesia. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't get why you would mention this. Redox, let me ask you this, Redox. Are you an investor here? Have you bought some hardware, or have you bought the token or whatever? Like, have you gone in on it? Are you going for it? It sounds like you might have gone in on it. Actually, did that change the when was this? This is from May 20. This tweet was in May 20. So where's the chart? Let's go back to the chart. Oh, it's on Firefox Machine Skins. The chart skis. So May 20, what's today? That's today's date. Okay, so today didn't make any difference. So that tweet didn't get misconstrued as a WMT tweet. Wait, my bad. The day chart's up. No, that's the 7-day. The 1-day chart's down. So from 8 p.m. last night through to 4 p.m. today, the chart has just dropped on the basis of potentially people getting this misinterpreted to be a collab between Elon Musk's Starlink and WMT. So the question remains, or the idea presents itself. If you want to make money, you might want to try investing in something as outlandish as cryptocurrency. And this WMT token is pretty outlandish. That's the wrong one. Get off the Twitter. I don't have any advice for you, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Wow.
What does WMT different than Starlink? WMT is just making money off third countries that can't afford to buy Starlink, but can't afford to buy 100 meg. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, at this point, we did see that I guess what was he, the CEO? What is that guy's name? What was the interview we were watching? CoinDesk. Mickey Watkins. Is he the CEO? Let's find out.
Hello there.
Hello there. Mickey, Mr. Telecom Watkins, World Mobile Group. He's from Greater London, England. Let's see who this Yahoo is. Is that him? That's when he didn't have a beard. He looks different with a beard. I gotta sign in. I gotta sign in there. I can do that. I'll do that in the Brave Trouser browser. LinkedIn. Mickey Watkins. Just give me that feed again. Is this? Wow. Hey, hang on a second. Hold on a second. Hey, Charlotte's here. Hello, Charlotte. Are we getting trolled here? I'm getting view-botted, right? 52 viewers. It's not. This is not normal for me, right? This amount of people watching is not normal. So, I don't know what to say here. But if anybody, if there's genuine interest in cryptocurrency streams, like I said at the very beginning, I'll do these every Monday. What's view-botting? It's when people pay to have artificial views come to your channel. So it makes you look like you're. The trolls want it to look like I'm view-botting myself to artificially inflate my numbers, but I'm not doing anything because I'm trying to focus my attention on WMT token, and I'm getting follows like up the wazoo and record number of viewers. I've never hit 50 viewers on Kick before, so I'm just saying. Why do they do that? They do it to make you look bad. It's an elaborate form of trolling. I'm real and I follow. Thank you, Exy. Thank you. XJY. Charlotte's real. Drumzilla's real. Dale's real. But if it makes you look good, no, it doesn't. It doesn't make you look good because the number's high, but yet the amount of people chatting is low because it's just the regulars that chat. Because the bots can't put in convincing enough phony chat comments because everybody sees that it's phony because it's not related to the content because this is live. And if it just says good publications, you know it's phony, right? Gloria's real. I see you on the start page. Well, that's a point. I guess I should have checked that. Did Kick put me on the homepage? I mean, that's definitely a good. That's enough reason for there to be more viewers. But okay, I'm on the featured wheel. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna get a screenshot of that because that doesn't happen very often. All right, so in that case, we've assessed that it's not trolls, it's Kick promoting the stream. Thank you, Kick. What were we doing? We were looking up Mickey. What's his name again? Mickey Yahoo. Mickey Telecom. Mr. Telecom Watkins. This guy. I'm gonna find him on my Twitter, on my Brave Browser Trouser Twitter machine, LinkedIn machine. Okay, so I'm signed in here. I want to see if he is the CEO. Yeah, there it is. I mean, I probably could have seen that without having to sign in, but there. He's the CEO of World Mobile Group. So the interview we watched before was with the CEO. Okay. I need to know, since that balloon launch in May of 2022, how many other balloons have been launched? We need to know that. How many balloons have World Mobile Token or World Mobile launched? Because let's be real, and Redox, let me ask you this, dude. Let me ask you this before I hit enter. Let me ask you this. Are you investing in this, or are you interested in this because you want to give third world countries access to the internet, or are you interested in this because it's an easy way to make money? Be honest, man.
And therein lies the joy.
Mate, your question about why WMT dropped in 2022, every other crypto dropped too. Okay, and you got a link there, WMT scan. 3 balloons fell down over the USA, Canada. That's not related though, dude. Wasn't that the Chinese weather balloons or something that flew over the wrong territory? A WMT scan. World Mobile Token scan. So what is this? This is their blockchain scanner. Market cap of 184 milli. There's a fixed supply of 200 bill. Global stake balances.
Wow. And therein lies the joy.
Yes, I'm in it since January this year, says Redox, to make money and their goals. So a bit of both. Okay. Okay. So the air nodes. Okay, so that's the ones we've known of, the Tanzania ones. And in Reno, I just got distracted by how many nodes there are in Reno. Someone's bought one there. Okay, so there are a couple there in the USA. This is the blockchain scanner, I guess. These are the top air nodes by revenue. Top 10 air nodes by revenue in Zanzibar. Here is the hash for that node. And they've earned $77. In the last 24 hours, people have consumed 18 gig of data on that node. Now, is that in USD? I guess it will be, right? It's a .com. Number of wallets with WMT. So it is 36,000. The video we watched was from 2 years ago. That's right, yeah. Actually, no, sorry, that's not right, dude. The launch video was from 2 years ago. That interview was 5 months ago. That interview we watched was only 5 months ago. But the launch was 2 years ago. That balloon video was 2 years ago. There you go. In case you can't see it. That's 2 years old. That's 2 years old, but that interview was just from 5 months ago. Yeah, 5 months ago. Yeah, 59 viewers. That is a record, but they did feature me, so there's that. But just actually, while we're here, just for those that are here off the bat, off that front page, props from Kick. Thank you, Kick, for doing that. But for those that have come across, I used to do cryptocurrency streams once a week on a Wednesday on DLive, and we've been kind of absent from that for a long while. And I'm thinking about just re-triggering that and doing it on a Monday here. So whatever day it is for you right now, more than likely you'll see me talking about some crypto. I'm not really, I'm open to any suggestions about cryptos, and I'm just here to learn. My catchphrase is, if you're curious, if you're considering, or if you're confused about crypto, those 3 C's, you might find like-minded people here, because let me be clear, I'm no expert. I'm no expert at all. I do have a portfolio that I've dabbled in over the years, but I'm no expert. So when I do this, I'm literally learning at the same time as you guys. That's why we're sort of so, like, we're taking everything on, and we're trying to be as open for everything and as receptive to everything as possible. And that's why I speak as we go. I speak what I feel, and I speak my mind. The conversation that's going on in my head when we're watching that interview brought up certain questions, and that's why I highlight those questions and I ask the questions so that then we can actually learn something. And often people come in and go, "This dickhead doesn't even know crypto," and it's like, I never said I did. I said I'm here to learn, and we're doing it live. So if you're into that, then you might find some interesting content here. If you want to grow as a human, stay here for 555. You forgot 15 there, Wolf's Gone Camping. 55555. 55. Thank you. Thanks for the nice comment, XJ. Wolf's Gone Camping. Thank you. Drumzilla. All Give streams are good, some funnier than others. Thank you, man. I heard my weekend stream was a bit of a giggle, apparently. I thought I was just drunk, but apparently I was drunk and funny. That doesn't go together very often, does it? I just got so drunk that night. Just for those that weren't here, I came out and do a stream. I was going to stream for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. 7 hours and 15 minutes that thing went for. And I drank all the rum. And we had a call in. It was Dale's birthday. It was good times, good times. So we were looking at their blockchain scanner here. I just wondered, it's on the Cardano chain. How much? So sorry, we saw the wallet. There's 36,000 wallets that holding WMT, and there's half of them, looks like 12,000 or just less than half, is staking it. So what is the benefit of staking it?
Therein lies the joy.
Is that Redox? This might be a time for you to jump in with some quick answers to comments. Is it good to, like, where is the tokenomics of staking? Yeah, and you said, you did say before, currently on Cardano, but expanding to many others within the next few months. So there'll be a forking? No, not necessarily a fork, right? Staking, I make 8 to 10% APY. Okay. If Gibbs was 20 and female, he'd be in a bikini in a hot tub. How do you know I don't do that anyway? Don't have to be a female to do that, do I? Can't I do a hot tub stream? I'm glad he grew out of that. I didn't say I did. So let me learn about this. Where can we learn about the token? Usually CoinMarketCap is the way to do that, right? We were on there already. Here we go. There's a price predictions there. If you own an Earth node or an Air node NFT, you get much more rewards through using them than that. Okay. I'll pay you to do a hot tub stream. Okay, so $69. So if you own an Earth node or an Air node NFT, okay, so you don't need to buy the hardware. You don't need to buy the hardware. You can just tokenize it via an NFT and stake the NFT? That doesn't make sense. Do you stake the NFT? Where are we seeing that? Become an Air node operator, become an Earth node operator. World Mobile Token. That's digital ownership of a decentralized physical infrastructure. Yeah. And that I will say, Redox, that is unique. Not I'll call it. That's unique, dude. Ah, so Redox is promoting this because he's invested. It makes sense. No. I don't see it that way, Dale. I don't see it like that at all. Redox, to be completely fair, for anybody that's watching and thinking we're ganging up on him, no. Like I said, we haven't done a crypto stream in a long while. And Redox said yesterday, or the day before, I can't remember when it was, he said, hey man, are you still doing crypto? It's like, oh yeah, I'm still doing crypto. I haven't done a crypto stream in a while. He said, oh, maybe you should take a look at WMT. So we had a quick look at it. I was like, what is it? World Mobile Token. Okay. He didn't shill an affiliate link or come in here saying this or that. He just said, if you're still doing crypto streams, I wouldn't mind seeing your take on this. I don't read that in any way. That's not sus. That's not ulterior motive or anything. And he believes in the goal. Right, there you go. Yeah. So let me close a few of my tabs up the wazoo here. I got too many tabs open. We got Mickey Robbins. There's the token. Now we had where was the world? Okay, let's get rid of all these. We had a world mobile token. That was there's helium too, by the way. Helium. That's the other guy. That's that guy. So where is the here? Where is the white paper? World mobile token. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's get rid of all these, and let's take a look at this. Create a vault. Okay, what's a vault? I'll take the cookies. Connect your wallet, I guess. What's a vault? Start staking, create a new vault. So they call it a stake. A vault is a stake. Okay. Okay, so you got to have a wallet. Okay, what's this refresh? Okay, so the vault is what they're referring to, I guess. I'm not very familiar with the Cardano chain, to be completely frank. I do hold some ADA though. I do have a little. You've been throwing shade my way the whole stream. It's all good though, Dowski. Ooh, firing up in the chat. I thought that was at me for a second. Earn WMT by connecting the world. Bring connectivity to everyone. Distribute the ownership of the network that's changing the world. Disrupt $1 trillion tech goings. Okay. This looks like an Apple presentation. How does this work? World Mobile customers pay for calls, texts, and data using. Who's donating on DLive? Mayunis. Wow! Who's doing that? DLive? Shit. Really? Mayunis. Wow! Who's doing that? Who's doing that? DLive donations. You still on DLive? I still stream there. Yeah. I still stream there. It just reminded me that I should move those alerts off to the other side. You can't donate here? Yeah, that's true, Drumswell. They still haven't got kicks yet. There's still no kicks here. That's a bit of a shame. I'm just going to move that up there. Anyway, we were reading this and I got distracted by Mayunis. Wow! Earthnode operators and stakers earn WMT for processing network transactions. Okay, so that's if you want to own the hardware, but if you're going to get a tokenized NFT, Redox, you can donate subs on Kick. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It was Charlotte on DLive. Charlotte over there on the DLive machine. Okay. Operators and stakers allocated the rewards. Okay, I should read this because sorry, I'm going to just focus on this for a second. So World Mobile customers pay for the calls that's using the network. At that particular point, the operators, the node operators and stakers, they earn WMT for processing those calls, those transactions. That makes sense. World Mobile users use the network revenue to purchase WMT from open markets, or anyone can purchase it. Okay. So anyone can purchase it from the open market. I have to go. Thank you, XJ. Thank you. I moved that up there. Get it out of the way. Operators and stakers are allocated their rewards that World Mobile purchased from the open market. So by purchasing it, you earn a what? World Mobile uses the network revenue to purchase WMT. So World Mobile, not users, uses. So the network revenue, Earth operators and stakers earn WMT for processing. So then World Mobile uses the network revenue, users buy with local currency, stakers and the node operators get paid in WMT. But this third point's a bit confusing. World Mobile uses the network revenue to purchase WMT from the open markets. Why does World Mobile do that? Anybody could do that, right? Operators and stakers are allocated their rewards that World Mobile purchased from open markets. So there's a buy and burn. Is that what that's telling me? World Mobile is buying it? Why is World Mobile using the network revenue to purchase WMT? Why is it buying its own token? It's a buy and burn, right? That's so they distribute rewards to node operators. Okay, so there hasn't been an allocation of funds on the launch, so they've got to buy it, and then okay, so that's putting them in the clear essentially, right? So they buy it from the open markets, and then it gets distributed back to the stakers. Okay. The supply of WMT is fixed even as the network grows. I think it's 2 billion, wasn't it? I think it was 2 billion. Own it, share it, earn it. Rewards are earned by becoming a node operator and providing telco. So I still don't see anything about the NFTs here. Air node, earth node, staking. Earn rewards by staking your WMT. So aside from, so when you stake it, it becomes. Oh, that's better. Okay, my bad. When you stake it, you receive an NFT, and that is, that NFT is your. Wait. Remind me of the staking feature. I didn't quite grasp that. No, if you buy WMT, you can stake it for 8 to 10 APY. Okay, 10%. And that's when you and when you stake it, you redeem an NFT as ownership, and the tokens are burnt. Is that right? I guess we didn't even read a white paper, so. Oi. Who's hosting me over on DLive? DLive, are you still kicking and burning over there? DLive. Jeez. If you buy those Airnode NFTs, you're a node operator for 8K. Oh, so the NFT is the hardware. Okay, so they can convert, but they didn't use that term. You brought the term NFT into it. So the non-fungible token is the hardware. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I didn't quite grasp that because I was picturing it to be a JPEG, but okay, the NFT can be, a non-fungible token, the hardware, right? Of course. Shyla hosted you on DLive. Shyla Rose, thank you for kicking it over there on DLive. So the question remains, is it worth investing in? Do you think it is something you could partake in? At this particular juncture, let's say you stashed in $100. You're earning 300 tokens because it's at 30 cents approx. So is it something that you think you might want to do? NFT is digital ownership. It could be some nonsense like a JPEG or a real life physical infrastructure. Yeah. I mean, the history, or not the history, but the historical rollout. No, that's the wrong word. I can't think right now of the correct terminology, but the way that NFTs entered into the zeitgeist and into the mainstream, typically, or more than often, it was associated to a JPEG. But of course, it's digital ownership of a physical item for sure. I tell you what, man, at this stage, my head is exploding. And this is what I remembered from these crypto streams. What are we in now? We're almost at the 3-hour mark, and I'm maxed out with information. It's crazy how bad or how Like, I literally have a headache. I can feel the headache. It's brewing. And this was the way that every one of these crypto streams went. By the end of it, I would be like, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to take on. And your mind is going over and over and over. And like, interacting with this token, I mean, I'm very interested, Redox, because you have. So wait, you have hardware then? You have hardware then, because you said that you've staked. No. You bought it. You bought and staked. Yeah. See, that's right there in the chat staring at me, but I forgot it. You bought and staked. I'm not going to touch it. But I am interested. I am interested to watch. No, I don't own the EarthNode NFT. I only have the tokens which I stake. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Are you guys seeing all these follows?
Therein lies the joy.
Like, therein lies the joy. I feel like I'm at a weird position where I think I got to stop this stream because I'm maxed out with knowledge. Like, my brain says, dude, you filled it. It's overflowing right now. You can't take any more on. Yet I'm also on the front page of Kick, and I'm having record numbers here, and I feel like I should keep going, but I don't really know if I can give anything. I don't know if I can do anything more. Yo, how you going, Cirrus? Yeah, how you doing? All the new followers are waiting for the new crypto stream. So at that point, should we think about what we should talk about next time we do a crypto stream? Do you want to give me some hot tips that we can then heckle you for later? Anybody in the chat want to suggest something that then we can turn it around and say, you're an investor, aren't you? That's why you came in here. I'm being stupid, of course. But I definitely can't really dissect anything more at this stage. I'm done. Weekly crypto streams as the bull market rages on. I tell you what, Redox, it's a good time. It's a good time to be in crypto, right? The bull market is just about to stomp its feet. It's raging. It's ramping up to rage. I typically don't work Mondays, so I probably will be able to dedicate these Monday streams to crypto. But sometimes my job will say, hey, can you work? And I'll say, of course. And so I'm not as staunch as I was on DLive when every Wednesday was a crypto stream. Every Wednesday. I'm not like that anymore. So I will do. My interest is still there, and I still have the genuine drive for knowledge and for learning and for investing, because that's what I'm not here for the tech. I'm here for the gains, boy. So I'm definitely down for it, but I don't know if I can commit every Monday. Mention your other content briefly for the noobs. I mean, I can mention that. I create surfboard riding content. I surf and we stream. We go IRL streams. We drink whiskey. We play music. We do music guessing games. We have a good time. I don't want to shill myself. You can shill me. Let's look at Bitcoin. Smiley face. Wolf's gone camping. I gotta call it here. Hey. Thank you, Kick, for the front page props. Much appreciation. Thank you for everybody that followed. I appreciate everybody that came in. I still think a bunch of that was trolling because there is a 1 minute wait where you've got to wait before you can chat. And a lot of those new followers didn't wait for the chat the minute and they just disappeared. Either way, I appreciate it. And if you found something here that's interested you, yeah, maybe you might want to subscribe. I mean, we just had 100 followers or whatever. There's not one of those going to subscribe to the channel. I'm just saying that could just be a proof that it's a troll, right? How many followers did you reckon we had there? I mean, that's a record for me, whatever it was, like 30 or so, 25, 30, and not one sub. Just saying. I smell a troll. I smell 25 or 30 trolls. I'm just saying. It's been a while. It's been a while for me, though, that's ever happened. I mean, our streams, we have a good time here regardless of the numbers, but we did obviously get larger numbers on the DLive machine, and these days on the Kick, it's just a little bit less, but, you know, it's a bigger playing field out here, so I'm going to get out of here, though. I got to go. Thanks, everybody. And Redox, thank you, man. I don't think you've taken any offense. Right on cue.
Therein lies the joy.
I don't think there's any offense here or anything, right? Like you know that we're just learning about this, and we all are. And I don't think Dale didn't mean any offense. He was just questioning it. I hope not. I hope you didn't take any offense. Hendrik Lederall, thank you, Charlotte, for being over there on the D-Live machine. It's all Gucci. Thank you, man. Yeah, I knew you'd be good. All right, guys. Cheers as ears. Take care and have a good time. I know I am. Get out of here. Get him out of here. Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick.